Good morning again. I just posted, I haven't even finished editing it yet, actually, the general message. But I was very much drawn while I was working on that. I didn't even finish it, actually. Very much drawn to the a reading. Sorry, I got to get my words straight. A reading for you, the collective, from your divine counterpart. So normally we would say a message from the divine masculine energy to the divine feminine energy. So yeah, so that's pretty much how it's going to probably end up being labeled, because for some reason I was just drawn to that, versus I was just going to do a collective to counterpart, but Spirit's saying no, it's a masculine to feminine. Okay? And I know, remember that this is energy, so like if you are a female per se, you might be more prominently in your masculine energy currently. If you're the divine masculine of your relationship and you're still involved with a man, it just means that, you know, he might be the feminine energy. He might just be more in tune to his feminine side at this time in the connection. So that's where we're going with that. Spirit gives some precise messages for the collective. Divine masculine energy, please. What is the divine masculine's overall energy, please? And what then is that of the feminine? Clear, precise messages for the divine masculine energy. What's the masculine's energy? Thank you. Okay, and what's the divine feminine's energy at currently? What's the divine feminine's energy currently? As we're doing this reading, what's the divine feminine's energy at, please? Divine feminine's, thank you, energy. And we had that earlier for the general read, so it certainly makes sense. Again, with the Singer of the Transformation, this is the Rising Phoenix. The masculine energy, number 11 card, is all about the divine masculine going through that transformation, the death and the rebirth multiple times over, ascending their kundalini awakening, right? They're getting those downloads. They're feeling those DNA upgrades. They're listening to their intuition, their solar plexus. They have had many dreams, very vivid dreams, perhaps. Maybe they're not even sleeping because they're afraid of what they will dream next, Spirit says. But, okay, cards that I can mess with here. The divine feminine, number 33. How beautiful is that? Both are divine numbers. Why? Because you're a divine couple. Of course, it's going to be divine numbers, right? The fairy of the future. You are birthing the new beginnings. You are birthing the future here. And it reminds me of even when there are shadow spirits around you trying to keep the two of you apart. There may be entities in your energy trying to make you close your eyes to this connection. Maybe give up on this connection. Maybe there's energies around you interfering with your belief or your energy in specific. But know that it's for your highest good to pay attention, to meditate and ask your spirit guides, your spiritual guidance, to give you step by step, if you need to, of what your next step is, for the sake of your soul purpose, for the sake of and well-being of your highest self. To be vulnerable and to be true and authentic to yourself, divine feminines, and allow Spirit to crack open that, it's like an egg or an acorn energy, where just allow Spirit to reveal to you the nature of your true self. Maybe you've been protected, putting a shield up around you. Maybe you felt that you had to protect yourself in the past. Maybe some of you had been hurt so much as a child or in your past lives that you thought you needed someone else to protect you. You know that your spirit guides are all around you. Spirit is protecting you in this lifetime and your time on earth, and they bow to you. They are grateful for you to stepping up into being strong enough and courageous enough to be in this journey for your soul purpose, to come together with a divine counterpart. They know it's not easy. They're saying, the spirit guides are saying, they know it's not easy to be here in this planet with all the judgmentals, all the lies and deceit that goes on this planet. They know that you've gone through a lot, and they are so happy that you are as strong enough as you are to be a part of the change that is occurring in the universe today. Pass, recent past as a divine masculine, please. One more. Thank you. Okay, 2 more. And give me the past energy of the divine feminine just to help them to feel like it resonates. Recent past of the divine feminine, so it resonates. One more, please. Thank you. Whoops. Really? I said 1. Again with boundaries. Again with boundaries. Beautiful. Nice. I like it. Your divine counterpart's really been doing, the divine masculine's really been doing the work. Of course you have as well divine feminines. I know I shuffled these after I put them all together over the last reading, that like I just finished the general message reading, but I did shuffle after that. But I'm just really drawn. Spirit just wants me to keep shuffling while we talk, all right? Anything else, Spirit? Okay, and what messages do you have to bring forth to the divine feminine from the divine masculine? What is it that the divine masculine wants, is going through, and what they want to say to the divine feminine? Show me what they're going through and what they want to say to the divine feminine, please. What is it the divine masculine's going through and what they want to say to the divine feminine? 5 cards, please. You. Spirit gives true and precise messages. How they see how does the divine masculine see the divine feminine, and what do they want to say about that? How does the divine masculine see the divine feminine? The 10 of Cups just showed. How does the divine masculine see the divine feminine, and what do they want to say about it? What do they want to say about it? May they speak their peace. Speak up or forever hold their peace, right? That's the key. Ain't that the truth? Sorry, that's probably my ego, my own self saying, speak up. Right? On the bottom is also the 10 of Pentacles. So that's beautiful that we have in those, the 2 cards that just showed themselves to me was in the Sun card. So 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and a Sun card. That's pretty nice that that's what seems to want to peek out or really wants to be known is that you are their wish fulfillment. You are abundant in all things, and they see you as their wish fulfillment. They see you as everything they could ever dream of. Great Spirit gives true precise messages of what's how the divine masculine sees the divine feminine, and what do they want to say about it. Snuck one in there. Okay, one more, please. Can we get an overall energy? Anything combined to tie the 2 together? What energy is it that mirrors together for each? Give me a minute while I pull some cards. Feel free to read the description below if you're confused on how we read the energy as far as male, female, divine feminine, divine masculine. Thank you. No. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Give me a card for the recent past to clarify masculine. Okay. So, in the recent past, we have for the divine masculine, they had a reason to celebrate, dance to the beat of their own drum. They've had this awakening, this change that took place. Number 8 of coins, 8 of drums, 8 of pentacles per se, right? But it's 8 of drums in this, and it's a reason to celebrate. They've received and been having visions of their spiritual guidance. Spirit guides have shown them. Of course they have, because look at their singer of transformation. They have transformed. They've gone through the death and rebirth, especially this past week on February 2nd. Especially, there are a lot of people start gaining visions or sights, gifts that they didn't know they were there to unlock, or they found it easier to face those gifts. I know that was the case for myself. Not that they weren't there before, I just didn't want to face some of them, right? So, and so it is for the divine masculine in the past. So they have that. Then up they have the Lover's card here. In the past, they felt that they were tied to you, but very much passionately, sexually, sensually. They felt that maybe this was toxic in itself, because that maybe in the past that's how they saw you, as just someone they were very sexually drawn to. But in reality, it was divinely guided to bring the two of you together, to have a draw there, not so that they actually took part in that draw, but it helped to hold you together while you triggered one another to heal one another. They realized in the recent past the Wheel of Fortune was there, and they were asking Spirit, how do we get this Wheel of Fortune to turn? They felt like they were stuck. They felt like nothing was growing. This dead tree beside me, or beside them, feels like they felt like they were climbing a mountain and not having any growth, any fulfillment. And they kept crying out to Spirit, Wheel of Fortune here, why isn't it turning? And they just weren't seeing that they needed to take the right steps and surrender. But once they did, that Wheel of Fortune turned. And it turned big time, because Spirit says with the Ace of Swords, that's the truth. They are now soaring to the heights. They are soaring because they are the singer of transformation. It's the eagle flying over the storm, because they've surrendered their moon's energy, that shadow self. Number 9, near completion. They've accepted the shadow side of themselves and are have been able to bring it to balance. You, how they see you, how they see you, and what they want to say. So whether this is happening with you or this is just in their mind, but how they see you. They feel that you are someone very strong, with the Strength card up. Divine Feminine. Strength card. They see that perhaps that you're doing everything you can to look strong. Maybe they do see you as maybe being a bit vulnerable. Maybe they don't feel like you're really that strong, but you're trying to be that strong. With the clouds up here is usually someone hovering over you, maybe bearing down on you. So maybe they feel that you've had a lot to also overcome. Maybe they feel that they were the one bearing ill intent on you, but they know that you've been trying to dance to the beat of your own drum and be strong, and they see that you are gaining that strength and moving forward. Number 5, that you are the epitome of change. They see you as someone who faces your demons head on with the strength there and come out dancing to the beat of your own drum beautifully on solid foundation, and they don't understand how you do it with the page or princess of drums here. The princess of swords, princess of bow and arrows. They also see you as someone that's very alluring, very sensual rather. Crows. They like maybe the shadow side of themselves. They like that you have a shadow side, or they like that perhaps you're teasing them, flirting with them. Something about this darker energy of your side. Maybe because let's face it, with this connection, if you're mirroring one another, they're seeing their reflection in you. So maybe they see you as a bit shadowy too. Maybe they see a bit of themselves in you. Thank you, Spirit. And they like it. But in the recent past, they also see you as someone who's following your spiritual guidance. Number 8, that you listen to your spiritual guidance, that you do look for signs and synchronicities before you take movement forward. That was the past. In the current energy, what's going on with them and what they want to tell you. Okay, give me 1 second here. I just want to move these out of the way. Take a moment. They see you as what's going on with them. They feel like maybe you walked away, or that they had to pull away. They felt that they had to walk away because they were toxic to you. They felt, some of these divine masculines felt that they had to be the one to walk away because you were so beautiful, you were so peaceful, that they felt that they weren't worthy. They felt that they were toxic to you. And maybe they were holding you back, so some of them had to pull away, walk away, even though they still look back. These energies are very difficult. I already get energies of some of them very much sorry, very much crying, very sorry for hurting, sorry for giving up. Some of them were sorry they walked away from this connection. Some felt that they had to because they had to go within and continue their journey by their direction of spirit, which we know that they had to, right? They had to learn to love themselves before they could continue on the journey together. So this is someone, these divine masculines know that they had to pull their energy away. At the same time, they know you, divine feminine, had to pull your energy away. They see that you never left the flame itself, but that, and not that you were sleeping on them, but that you were pulling away your energy because you were guided to for your highest good, but that you still kept watch on the flame, and they see that. They want you to know that they know that now. They want to communicate to you. They want 8 of Wands. They want to reach out to you. They want you to know that they have, look at how this red in here matches the red in this card. So much that I really get the energy. They want to tell you that they are going through that transformation, that they are rising their level of alignment to match you. They want you to know that they're willing to level up. They're willing to do the work. They are ascending, and they want you to know that. So they want to bring this communication. It's also very fast and rapid communication. It's very fast, passionate communication. But they are very fearful that you'll reject them. Some of them are very fearful that you'll say no, that you've already turned and moved on. Maybe for some of you, already, that you had to move on. Some of you receive the messages from Spirit that until they're completely out of toxicity and completely out of that karmic energy, you needed to move on. but they might know that, they might sense that, but they want to communicate and find out. And so this is causing them, Eight of Swords energy, to put them in, regardless to the passion that they feel for you. They are very much being, in their own mind, a little bit of self-imposed imprisonment about this. And they want to move forward. They want you to know that they do feel something for you. They are very passionate. They understand that you mirror them. They feel like you are a part of them. They don't understand yet why. Some of them know who you are and why, but they haven't gained the full concept of what the connection is about. The Nine of Swords here is they were willing to take those Eight of Swords and lay them on the ground and light candles and ask Great Spirit. They're surrendering here. This energy to me is, which I don't usually get with this card, but I'm going to say what I'm getting now is what Spirit's saying, is that they've pulled these Eight of Swords up out of this, are willing to take these up and uncover their face with the bandage there, untie their hands, but here they're almost afraid to see. They know they're receiving the message from Spirit, but say it isn't true. It's like, please say it's not true. Don't tell me you're not leaving. Tell me you're not moving forward without me. After all we've been through, after all this struggle. And so they're lighting candles, trying to maybe even call in their own spirit guides to ask, or in a sense of almost manifesting you here. But they're laying the swords down that were holding them captive, themselves captive, laying them here and surrendering them to the spirit guide, Great Spirit guides, and asking, please say it isn't so. Bring her back, bring him back. They're asking here spiritual guidance, and they're asking their spirit guides to, in manifestation, to bring this connection back, because you are their wish fulfillment, and they want you to know that you are their 10 of Sun, number 10, that they know you nurtured them, their inner child, that you heal them, that you were healing yourself. They understand that you mirrored one another, that it was a lot of pain that they put you through. They understand all the work you've done, but while they're very much also embarrassed to face that and to admit it to you face to face, they do acknowledge, they do know what you've gone through, the work you've put into this connection. They do know now what you've done for them. They perhaps just don't have the words to speak of it. Okay, I'm gonna bridging this. Okay, hang on. Right? Yes, I'm gonna set these here for a second. Gonna read these and go back to what's bridging. Okay, so how they see you as the Empress. They think you're so beautiful, that you are all four queens, and when you're everything they could imagine, but so far out of reach, so far into their dream realm that they thought it was, maybe they thought it wasn't real, that you were teasing them, that they couldn't really have this wish fulfillment. That also, though, that they felt that at the same time they were so drawn to you, they want you to understand, though, they too were triggered by littlest things, right? Because it was divine. It's a divine connection. It was meant this way. For you, as much as they triggered you to have to go within and heal your inner child, you triggered them to have to go within and heal things of their past, things of their inner child. And because you're the more spiritual one, it took them longer to understand why you made them feel this way. Why did you bring up, why talking to you brought up memories of past hurts from their childhood, right? Traumas from their childhood, I'm hearing. But they see you as the Empress, and they do adore you. They're just, and they have so much feeling for you. So many of them just don't know how to express that into words, how to communicate it to you. And here we have the King of Wands. They see that you are someone who is very much bringing balance, that you have unconditional love for them, and they see that you bring balance to the two of them, that you tame them like the lioness does the lion, right? And they see you as someone who is in her truth, and a person of action, a person of your word, and one of honor. They see you very, very gallant. They look up to you. very strong, very masculine as well. Perhaps because you've had to balance your masculine and feminine energy to gain that Empress energy, right? The Seven of Cups, they also see you, though, as someone that probably has many options, a lot of suitors. They see you as someone who, you could have anyone that you wanted, because you're so beautiful, you glow, you're very intelligent, you're very spiritual, but they see you as someone very stable and abundant, usually because you're grounded to your spiritual path. You're grounded to and abundant in so many things, because perhaps you're abundant in love, friends, family around you. Your abundance may not be financial, but perhaps some of you it is. But needless to say, they see you as someone who's abundant and grounded in all areas. And they perhaps feel, yes, part of what keeps them tied in here when they want to communicate to you is not only because of that heart pain or things they've done to hurt you, was because they feel that they're not worthy, in the sense of you already have so many other suitors that might be more prosperous than them financially, better looking, younger, older, whatever the case be, but perhaps they just feel that you would have so many other choices that might be better suited to you than them, because of a low self-esteem, that that it just causes that much of the Eight of Swords energy, keeping them in their self-imposed imprisonment, because they do see you this way. And obviously it might not be true, because you're probably focused, most likely, right? If you're here on this channel, you're focused on your journey, your soul purpose with your divine counterpart, coming into union with that divine connection, not just the guy at the bar, not just the girl at the bar, right? So, just saying. Not that anybody here goes to the bar, just using that as an example. Nine of Swords, they see you as they probably have hurt you many times over with all these Nine of Swords. Each one represents how many times they've ghosted you, gaslighted you. Perhaps they said nasty things, were sharp-tongued to you. Maybe they even made you jealous with third-party situations. They made you feel like you were unworthy of them. In reality, is because that energy really just mirrored back to you. But Nine of Swords here is they know that they've hurt you, and they know they caused you sleepless nights, and that they are so sorry. And now that they've been shown of what they've done to you, now that they've been shown in visions from spirit of how the effect they had on you, because the roles were reversed in a dream or in a vision, what pain you had to go through this, what you went through, what you put up with, and how they were, their reality. They were shown the moments where they were like the Ebenezer Scrooge dream, right? Spirit took them and showed them, you see this? This is what all the gossip, the deceit, the lies, the mockery, the three-party situations, 4, 5, and 6-party situations for some. This is what you did to this person, but yet they still held true to this connection. They still had unconditional love and passion for you because of their soul purpose, because they are in they're trying to fulfill and move forward into their contract that they came here to fulfill. And so because of that, they're all that much more ashamed, because now they've seen that image, they've seen that light, they've gone within. They do see you as someone also that does the work, studies, very intelligent, very smart regarding this travel, this your spirituality, someone very much at peace, and like they look to you almost to teach them this path, but some of them are afraid to ask you to show them how. So feel free to reach out and say, hey, show them how to read tarot cards, show them how to meditate. Be the teacher that we are meant to be as the divine feminine side, that you can reach out and show them things and know that they too still could teach the divine feminine something regarding what they know of their spirituality. Remember, they still came here. Also, you had past lives together, so surely they could have tapped into, by the time they reach this, they've tapped into some of their gifts and can show you some of what they've learned also, and connect that way, have that much more to connect and to converse with regarding. Remember, when you are messaging your divine counterpart, to keep the conversation light, not to question them about their karmic or what's going on in their job as far as drama. Try to keep things just very light and not questioning them on time frames. Allow them, if they want to bring those topics up, then they're welcome to, but not to pin them to those questions, because that only causes drama, and you want them to come to you with unconditional and know that you're not the one putting them on defense, that you're there to allow them to come feel the love, the unconditional acceptance, right? What's bridging the two energies here is this is what's going on with them, and this is how they see you. This is what's bridging it. Maybe reality or spiritual bringing it together. But this here is bridging this two in their mind is the Four of Wands, communication. This is the 1111. What's bridging the Empress with this person, the masculine having to walk away to heal himself, is knowing that it is a divine connection. They've seen the communication and the connection with you, the mirroring with you, the passion and love they have with you, the warmth in their heart they feel when they think about you, dream about you, talk to you, text you. It just brings so much warmth to their heart that they know that it's only going to blossom from here. And so that keeps them, that bridges and heals them in a sense that they know that who you are and what they want to say to you. But even though they have to go within and heal more things on themselves, walk away, if they've left a karmic per se, someone else, right? They can't just come right from that person to you. The energy would still be toxic. They need time to heal from that, heal their wounds, pull the swords out of their heart from that connection, and then come to you correctly. And they know that now. So what's bridging that is the communication from spirit, but also that they mirror you and they know that you're going to be there. And here with the Eight of Wands, communication, they see you as the King of Wands, very strong, like the king, but is what's that you're allowing them to lay down the burdens, to put a death to an old situation, maybe the past, right? Maybe those past hurts that they know they hurt you, that they know that you're going to have unconditional love and mercy for their soul, and allow them to lay down those burdens and leave them buried in a casket. I see a casket here, right? And allow them to move forward to you in a new beginning. Here with this new beginning is the Page of Swords. Regarding the communication of truth that's coming forward to you is regarding the Eight of Swords. Sorry. Swords they had to pull out and... Give me 1 minute. Page of Swords, new beginning, truth. They want to move forward. They want to come to you in truth, regardless to what they have to leave behind. They know that you have options, but they want to be the one you select with the Page of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. Nine of Swords, they know that they put you in a three-party situation, that they made you an option, and they are gravely, deeply sorry, and they want to make it up to you, but they also don't know how. They're embarrassed because they've seen that image. Even though the spirit guides have been there guiding them, the spirit guides kept telling them what they were doing, and they still continued to hurt you. And they realize that. But they still want to celebrate with you. They still want to bring this together. They want to take these swords they've caused you sleepless nights with and lay them and surrender them to spirit and come together in a new beginning. To have something to celebrate. And when they come to you in that celebration, they are afraid of a tower moment because they see you as their wish fulfillment. The Sun card is here saying that it will be a happy ever after, right? And then here they see you as the Hermit going within and contemplating. You're so educated. They see you as very smart regarding this connection, that you're ahead of the game. They don't know how you're ahead of them type thing. I don't know why I get that, but whoever awoke first would be because they awoke first. But the Hermit is here, and what's bridging that is the Tower moment. Tower moment is the communication between the two that's going to bridge that. The Tower moment is that communication back here that's coming in and saying, yes, I will be your wish fulfillment. Yes, I have mercy and forgiveness in my heart. Yes, I want to bring this together to fruition because I too want this divine connection with this person. because I've gone within and listened to my spiritual guides to say, yes, this is the movement forward. But first we need to bring out all that is true and speak. Maybe you don't want to listen and talk about the three-party situations or the things that kept you up at night, but at least know that, allow them to say, forgive me for whatever, even if they don't say anything other than I'm sorry. This is also you speaking and saying, you know, I love you, I care about you, this is my emotions, this is my plan, or, you know, this is my boundaries. But either way, this is a communication taking place that may be a little harsh, may be a little hard to swallow, but Spirit's opening this can of worms, bringing that communication together so someone speaks up, whether that's about boundaries or truths, but someone's going to speak up, and that's going to cause a tower moment for the to each other, really, right? Because it's going to both cause one to be in that truth. It's going to cause the other to hear it. Let's pull some near future cards, and then I'll clarify. What's the spiritual guide for the Mystic Shaman deck, please, for the near future regarding this divine connection with divine masculine, divine feminines, of their current partners, of the ones they're with, the divine partner that holds currently their blueprints. One more card, please. One more card, Spirit, for the connection that of the two that hold the blueprint currently. Okay. Want me to read this, please, Spirit, for the messages? Where's the message for the hummingbird? Okay, the hummingbird here is regarding to like letting go things of the past. If I hold this, I won't talk with my hands. So the hummingbird here, you see how he's this cute little hummingbird is looking to the past. Number 8 reminds me of the 8 of Cups, where did we have 8 of Cups? No, not in this reading. The 8 of Cups is where they turn their back to the 8 Cups to look for that wish fulfillment of the other 2 cups, right? And the other 2 cups really is the cup of each of the divine counterparts. The masculine has 1 Ace of Cups within themselves, and the divine feminine has 1 Ace of Cups within themselves. We each have to fulfill our own self-love first, our own Ace of Cups first, before we can love someone else. If you have no love for yourself, how can you love another? Because you have no love in your own heart to give to someone. First, you have to fill your own self-love, your own cup with self-love. You have to love yourself enough to put yourself first for your highest good, and look out for yourself and want to have a reason to live, and to pull yourself up out of, I feel like I'm on a tangent, my spirit guide is rather, but to pull yourself up, them or you, pulling themselves up out of the self-pity mode. Some are still wallowing in the things that happen to them and not for them. People need to embrace and love and be grateful for the tower moments throughout this journey, because, and I can admit, as much as this has hurt, as much as this journey has been one that is unforgettable, for first off, right? But every pain, every hurt, after 12 months or 2 years, whatever it is for you, you'll look back and see that every occurrence of those hurts were something that helped you grow, that helped you face something that you had to heal within yourself. And this is the remarkable part of this connection is, most people probably ignore, is the fact that when these 2 divine counterparts come together, whether they're a catalyst or the true twin, is that person comes in and they are so much opposite of ourselves but we reflect ourselves off of them. So everything that we don't either don't like about ourselves or are afraid, almost like we're afraid to admit it, or things that we have not healed with. Thank you, Spirit. It's actually Spirit saying things that we have not healed within ourselves is what we see in them. So something about that person, whether it's an addiction or lies or something, is something that we actually have to go within ourselves and heal from childhood or adulthood, but usually it starts from the childhood, and heal that inner child. And as you go through each time they trigger you and you go within and heal something, you are so much more healed. You also have to surrender it to Spirit as you heal it, but then you may have to, after a while, have to go back in and visit. It's to me, it's kind of like when you're painting. Let's say you're painting a wall and doing the trim, right? Then you have to go back and do touch-up because maybe you got a little paint here or there or missed a spot. And it's kind of like that. So when you're doing the inner healing and releasing, you might have to go back and visit it again to catch what you might have missed, something else regarding that situation. Spirit will bring it back around to your face to say, look again, you missed something. There's still something you need to face up to, still something you need to release. Okay? So this hummingbird reminds me of the Eight of Cups, leaving behind things that no longer serve you of the past, looking to move forward, but holding on to too tightly here to things of the past, not letting go. And Spirit saying the hummingbird knows where their nectar is. The hummingbird knows that the divine counterpart is the nectar, that's the person they're meant to be with to go into soul purpose. But if they want to blossom, this beautiful lotus flower underneath here, is they can't grip so tightly they don't allow it to crack open, right? So you can't hold on to them so tightly you don't allow them to grow. We can only nurture them so much. We can heal them from a distance, especially to 5D. We can coach them in listening to tarot or learning it themselves. We can coach them to meditation, to listening to spirit guides. But if we give and give and give and do and do and do, they're not going to learn to do it themselves. If you carry a baby around forever, then they're never going to learn to walk. You have to allow them to fall. And that's what this walking away is right here. Because they know you're the Empress. They know that you're the one that brings blossoming. You're the 1111, the one that mirrors them. They know that, again, you're their Empress. But they know, too, that they have to go off on a journey here with the journey card as well. They need to go off and do some soul searching and do that fine tuning of that healing before they can come to you correctly. Smoky mirrors also to know. Number 11 card. You have 11, 11, and 11. Where was the other 11? I had an 11. Oh, this. Remember the cards, the 4 wands, look like 11, 11? So you have 11, 11, and 11. 11. There you go. So smoky mirror is, it's not going to be what you think it is when it's all said and done. When this tower falls and things come out, or when you do come up that just before you hit that alignment state, it's not going to be that of what you thought it was going to be. It's going to be so much more. It's going to be like an epiphany hits you, and that sunburst is going to shine, and it's going to be so much more glorious than you ever imagined. And that's what Spirit's guidance is for your near future. This is what's in your near future, so stay focused to the journey, stay to the path. Go within, but to continue every day. Another 11. Like, this is the most 11 cards I've seen in a reading. To go within. The council card here is to meditate every morning, every night, but listen to your spirit guides. Allow them with your intuition to listen to the messages that they're giving to you, because you're receiving right now. Now is a profound time of growth, of downloads, of upgrades, of the spiritual gifts that are coming to fruition. The Spirit you've always had within you, but Spirit's starting to bring them to the light to you, to show you this is what the gifts are, but you have to be of love and light to use them. And so Spirit's saying, come talk to them, and they will be your mentor. They will show you how to journey. Number 11. Okay, like 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, and 11. 11, 11. It's crazy. That's the most 11s ever. The journey card here last is about having the wisdom of an owl, right? Their higher self, their higher wisdom, seeing things and loving themselves. You notice two things here is it's always about going within, intuition, right? Your transformation, your inspiration is all about going within and healing within. And you'll see here with the Council card, they're loving themselves. So the key to this going within is also loving oneself. And here how his hands are on himself, holding his heart, because he's going within, loving himself enough to seek guidance from spirit, to take this journey, to see the things that he needs to see to move forward with the guidance of his spirit guides. Spirit, can we get messages from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine? I know that we already called in the Divine Spirits of the Divine Masculines. Bring forth messages for the Divine Feminine, please, from the Divine Masculine. What do they want to tell the Divine Feminines in the collective, please? Messages directly to the Divine Feminines. What do they want to say at this time? So right now I'm hearing somebody say that I'm coming, I'm on my way. They know it's been a long journey and they've tried. It's been a lot. This has been crazy. Just when I thought I knew where I was going, they had to make a U-turn. But they're coming. Others are saying they're sorry, that they love you. That they love your light. Someone's saying they love the light that you shine, that you are guiding them, that you give them inspiration, that they weren't sure that they would be as strong as you. They wouldn't be able to have put up with what you put up with. Don't think they could have stayed the course if they were you, if they were in your shoes, if the roles were reversed. And they said they're going to spend the rest of their life making it up to you. But as that perhaps might be a little bit of a 3D or ego self-thought. Because when we think about it, really, it was all, right? We should be grateful for the lessons we learned from it. And even though it was painful, we learned so much and we grew so much from it. Even when you end up, if you find out that your person didn't do the work and ended up being a catalyst or a fault, whatever you want to call it. My spiritual guidance was that it's all the same thing. A fault, a catalyst, or someone getting a new blueprint is up because the other person didn't do the work. That either way, just a label that is being put onto that person. They were always your true twin, but that the blueprint there was removed and placed with someone else because the other one wasn't doing the work, and they wanted to, because you were doing the work for some of you. Then this might be pertinent to you, that the blueprint was changed because to come into someone that would come into an alignment with you, then that other person you were with will receive another twin blueprint that will be in alignment of the level that they're at. Because time has passed that we need to be in union. They're trying the universe trying to bring this into union to raise the vibration of the earth, to expedite this connection. So just be, whatever your position is of your connection, be grateful. And I'm in no way supporting, hang on, Sparrow. In no way saying if you're not in a twin flame energy relationship, not to tolerate, or if you're in a twin flame, not to ever tolerate physical abuse or mental abuse in the sense of that. You need to then pull away for your highest good. You need to be the one to listen to your spiritual guidance to know that when it's too toxic for your highest good, to pull away, to walk away. So not supporting staying in a relationship by any means that was abusive. All right, Spirit, sorry. Political correctness. They're trying. Somebody's saying that they're trying. Some of them are saying they're trying to leave. That you don't understand. Someone's saying you don't understand. Please understand. I'm sorry. They're saying please understand. They're trying. That they know that you've done so much and that they've hurt you so much, but they're trying. Most of them think you're beautiful. And they do want you. It was never about your not being beautiful. It was never about you not being wanted. Or they just didn't understand at that time what this was. They didn't know that it was just such a strong connection. They couldn't put words behind it. That they didn't think it was real. That they just couldn't get a handle of it. So they treated it like it wasn't real. They treated it with disrespect. But it wasn't because of you. Okay, can we get more clarification cards, please? Okay, so with the Four of Wands here, we have the Trapper number 2. Spirit saying, know that when things were the toughest, that's when Spirit was carrying you. It's not that Spirit ever gave up on you. During this connection, sometimes there were points where you felt Spirit was not at your side, but know that Spirit was carrying you through certain situations to get this in, to have this come to fruition. Number 10 is an end of a mockery. Also with the 10 of Wands here is the burdens. So maybe they were afraid of what their friends would think. Some of them were afraid of what their friends or family would say. They were afraid of being mocked because of someone that just followed their heart. Someone that went after something because of a spiritual guidance. They were afraid of being mocked. So this is an end to that opinion, an end to that thought process. Page of Swords, that in truth, the new beginning is the Hermit 9. Number 9 is they've gone within and seen the light, and now they're ready to move forward rapidly. With the Page of Swords is soaring towards you. You have a very high energy, Divine Feminine, right now with this, that they have gone within and seen the light, and some of them are headed your way with communication. Some of them some of you, this is regarding a situation where either you got pregnant or someone in your divine counterpart's pregnant. This is a three-party situation and a pregnancy card on top, confirming that yes, they don't know how to tell you that they were with someone else. Not only did they have a three-party situation, but the person was pregnant. As if we didn't already know that. As a high priestess, you probably already were given that, download that information from your spirit guides, right? We already know. Some of them, think some of them even had abortions. Some of them may carry that baby to term. Many of them, I think, had abortions. I did get that download a few months back regarding some of these divine masculines that got someone a side piece pregnant. And they had abortions. They paid for someone to have an abortion. They paid for someone to murder the baby. Basically, the Tower card was here regarding communication. Okay. And maybe this communication too with the Tower moment, when they feel that they need to come to speak to you, the things that need to come to the open is something regarding this devil energy, because this was here. The devil energy of who they got pregnant, the fact that they did have an abortion or gave the baby up for adoption with this three-party situation. But the communication, part of this communication that needs to be had is Spirit is pushing them to have this communication regarding this. The advice from Spirit for you: defiance, stand up for yourself, be strong, but protect what is meant for your highest good. The Death card, put a death. Number 4, know that you are protected, divinely protected. Put a death to things that no longer serve you, those things around you that are toxic. Medicine Woman, number 3, body, mind, and soul. For some of you, I'm just going to say these comes, right? Spirit got it. This is really about that. Okay. Body, mind, and soul. Some of you need to heal this connection. Some of these divine masculines need to heal themselves and forgive themselves for paying for this abortion or for getting someone else pregnant. And some of you divine feminines may even end up raising the child because it's going to be healing. Know that the divine masculine, or if you give birth to a child, that is considered the golden child. So there will be many pregnancies between the divine masculine, divine feminines as well. I'm getting right now information regarding that, of that as a divine masculine, divine feminine, when you come, if you have a pregnancy, that is considered a golden child because it will be obviously twice as gifted as both of you once coming together. That's getting deeper than we're ready for, I think, in this. Warrior of Pipes, bringing peace regardless to amending things that were broken, bringing truth to the matter, getting control over things that were passion that got out of control, and taking the leap of faith forward with the Fool card to come together with a happy family, to build a new beginning together. And Spirit saying, go within, vision quest. And yes, there may be, number 10, there may be things that you have to sacrifice. Some of those things that you have to sacrifice may be a relationship with a spouse or a past person in order to come into union with this connection. Some of you may have to sacrifice this connection to heal yourself for a while. And some of you, Virgo, I analyze number 9 near completion, is Spirit saying to learn and do the studying regarding. Virgo is always the Hermit card, so I'm coming drawn to this right now, is to go within and learn things so that you can analyze correctly, not analyze with the old belief systems the way you were raised to believe. And in that reminds me, since it's also right around the area of that pregnancy, to have an open mind in the sense of if they did get someone pregnant, and to know that it hopefully they kept the child, but to have mercy and be open-minded and to allow that, have an open heart as well with unconditional love for that child. Okay, and disconnect and boredom. Number 4, you are protected. Do not turn your back on what is meant for you, on this kingdom that's meant for you, on things that are coming to fruition. Do not turn your back just because you're bored or discontent in the connection. Allow yourself to go within and heal. To go within in solitude, number 9. And the thing I notice about both of these is there's a tower like here, almost looks like a castle, and the castle over here that looks like a tower. So you have both of these resembling a tower or a castle. Take it as it resonates. But what comes to me is solitude is to go within and to heal and seek the guidance that you need to and follow that guidance so that the towers are not coming into you. Because if you're not following the guidance that is meant for you, then towers are going to come to you so that you get back on track, right? And to not turn your back on what is meant for you, meaning this connection that is going to bring you that wish fulfillment, that happy ever after. And to bring balance to yourself. Another 11 card. Can't make it up. I love all those 11s. That's so cool. Your ancestors, seriously, Spirit. I'm just putting it back because that card drives me crazy. It's every day we get that card. Every reading. I'm going to take it out of the deck. There's got to be more. Our spirit, our ancestors have to have more to say than just that. Hang on. If it comes out again, there's nothing I can do. I shuffle all the time. Right? Let's pull from the middle and out. Close, but no. A little different. Strong sun, moon. I do get this all the time too. 22. Social invitations, creative pursuits, and joy. This is all about your transformation, divine feminine, and that you are shining your light, glowing, and your divine masculine is in awe of you. And his friends, he's talking to his friends and families about you, and he's afraid others are going to see your glow and he's going to miss out on getting you. So he's afraid you have those other options around you. And your spirit or your ancestors around you are letting you know that this is how they feel. And so perhaps try to take into consideration, have your social invitations and your creative pursuits. Enjoy your day-to-day life. But do remember, don't flaunt. I'm just hearing, don't flaunt your options. I think that's, how's that mean? Like, don't act like don't flaunt. I don't know. Take it how it resonates, but I'm not going to try to decipher it. Okay. It's about the journey, not the destination. Sacred mountain is, you know, you have to climb that mountain. This also reminds me of the energy with this one right here, the smoky mirror, for some reason, because he's sitting on top almost, even though he's in water. I don't know why I get the energy the same. The sun is around this mountain, but know that it's sacred mountain is all about the journey, not just the top of the mountain, not just where you're headed, but along the way, enjoy and listen to everything. Every detail along the way is a message for you up to your freedom, to what your wish fulfillment is. And the goddesses around you want you to know. Home. Your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. And leap of faith. Take that leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. The desire for a move. The desire for a more meaningful life. Realizing that it's time to move on. Choosing to make major life decisions. And yeah, some of us, or some of you, they felt that they needed, and not from an ego point of view, not from oh, I'm mad you had a three-party situation. When you decide to move on, it's got to be from your spiritual guidance. They're moving on because they felt they were toxic to you. They knew they had to heal toxicity within themselves first before they could come to you correctly in an alignment with you because of their spiritual guidance. And Spirit's saying for you also, Divine Feminine, to recognize that when you pull away from Spirit or your divine counterpart, it's from your spiritual guidance, not because you get mad because you found out someone was pregnant, not because you get mad because they didn't take you out, not because you get mad or upset because they ghosted you or gaslighted you. All right, and don't try to not, or refrain from putting down and condemning your divine counterpart. Know that to come against a divine counterpart, he, you, or you, he, or vice versa, however that works, is to come against the divine themselves. So, and to curse or to condemn, to gossip about them, Okay, so to gossip about them is the same to curse them. A curse is like coming against the Great Spirit themselves. So don't do it, because you'll wreak, it would only bring negative karma to yourself. But choosing to make major life decisions, this little fairy's moving on, but it's because she has to heal. She's following the light. She's following the guidance of Spirit to fulfill herself first, to love herself, right? And then things can balance back out. And another bear, 3 of winter. Reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from the situation. Sadness that will heal with time. I don't know that sadness ever heals. Time doesn't really. Time's irrelevant, so I don't know if I agree with that. But reach out to others for comfort. That's what you have the tribe, soul tribe for, right? Is ourselves. Reach out to others on this channel, other channels. Also, I find most metaphysical shops near you probably have some kind of gathering or meetup group. Try to get with them. Maybe they would understand. Not that they're all going to understand the twin flame or twin soul connection, but they would still understand the metaphysical portion of your beliefs that would give you comfort. Angel of clearing, your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over. The angels of family, the angels surrounding both you and your family at the moment. Goddess of the unknown, a new chapter of your life is around the corner. Remove fear, embrace the unknown. All right, so this is what I have for you, Divine Feminines from the Divine Masculines. Again, Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine energy is in with all male, females. So it's whatever energy that you feel most in your own essence. If you feel more drawn as a woman to your masculine side, then you're a divine masculine, perhaps. If you feel more, if you're a guy and you feel more feminine or embrace like your feminine nature, then you're probably the divine feminine, because we all have both energies in ourselves. All right, so this is what I have for you. I hope you have a blessed day. Namaste.